Why you should live frugally. The reason why most people don't make great money decisions is that they don't feel like it'll make much of a difference. If only everyone could see that the people living their financial dreams are the same people that just decided to be smarter about their money one day. Being frugal isn't about making huge swings, but more about being consistent about the things you are and aren't willing to spend on. That's why today we are going to be breaking down some of the biggest reasons why you should live frugally. Our biggest reason? Stay tuned until the end of the video to find out. It'll put less strain on you in the long run. The best thing about living frugally is that it will almost instantly start paying you back for the added effort. The biggest way that people figure this out is when they are in a bind, they suddenly have the money to bail them out. Living frugally isn't really about gutting your spending habits, although that may happen naturally over time. It's more about giving you added security. Life is unpredictable, and frugal people never seem to find themselves in positions where it breaks them. Why? Well, because they are always saving money in the case that they need it. In the event that something major happens, it doesn't do more than slow them down. There's more freedom to pursue your passions. When you spend $1 on something you don't need, you are really just taking $1 away from something that you really want. Often that comes in the form of time, where you have to work more hours to make up for your expenses, and it can be a pretty frustrating experience. Spending your money wisely and more carefully planning out your expenses may seem boring at the moment, but frugal people know that it's the best way to get you closer to your goals and hobbies. Being frugal can give you the freedom of choice, and it can open up the door to more opportunities that don't seem to work out as your life is currently constructed. It gives you full control over your financial future. What's worse, doing something that can be difficult or never doing it at all? For many people, dealing with their finances can feel like the same kind of question, and simply ignoring their spending habits can seem like a better choice than actually doing something about it. Unfortunately, this logic doesn't really hold up, because if you are acting in poor judgment when it comes to your money now, that will only escalate as you get older. Being frugal helps to put you in control over your financial choices, so you will never get that feeling taken away from you later on in life. Nothing can feel worse than being unable to make a choice because you don't have the funds needed to make the choice you would rather make. And saving up a little now can save you from that bad moment later on in life. You will appreciate what you have more. A lot of times, people can describe being frugal as realizing that what you have is enough. But for whatever reason, that saying seems to have taken on a bit of a negative meaning. All it is saying is that finding out you don't need to always buy the newest and shiniest thing is a hard lesson to learn, but one that can really help you out in life. It's a lesson about letting go of materialistic endeavors in favor of those that have more meaning, and that can take years to fully grasp. Being frugal may seem like a financial choice, but it's more similar to a philosophical one, which is why it really can be a hard lifestyle to adapt to. Over time, you won't really have to have an internal struggle in order to keep yourself from buying something, and will actually start to enjoy the things you have even more too. It's a big lesson in maturing, and one that a lot of people learn through frugality. Our next reason for living frugally can really impact your life. But before we get to it, leave a like if you're enjoying the video so far. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this one. You can buy for quality, when it matters. One of the best things about frugality is that if you get good enough at it, you can actually make the spur-of-the-moment purchases that you would otherwise feel guilty about. As you continue to live a frugal life, you'll undoubtedly begin to save up more and more money. Since you are living a more economical lifestyle, though, you will be less likely to make choices that could zap your bank account. As you keep going, you will find out that you can actually make those decisions that you used to scold yourself about. Being frugal is great, but we all need to relax and get ourselves something nice every once in a while. Whether it's a luxury vehicle, a vacation, or any number of things. Though you should be able to budget for more luxury expenses as a result of your general good spending habits. Other people won't influence you nearly as much. You can't make good decisions if you don't trust your gut every once in a while. We may not talk about it all that much, but almost every financial decision has some kind of risk, and everyone would have a different way of dealing with those situations. By forcing yourself to question all of your spending choices, you are going to get to know your inner voice very well, and probably trust it more than the average person. Whether it's in business or in your personal life, this inner voice is going to benefit you greatly and be important for almost every choice you make. This is a rare and truly amazing skill to have, and will keep you from simply following other people or letting their advice mean more to you than your own. You will become more resourceful. A frugal person is forced to do a lot more than the average person. At least at first. In the name of frugality, you are going to have to criticize your own decisions more, analyze all outcomes, and sometimes make a detour at the store. This will make you incredibly resourceful, and many people often will talk about how their journey through frugality made them seem like a much stronger person afterwards. Being frugal forces you to keep yourself accountable, even when you would rather not be, and so it makes sense that the people that go through these journeys feel a lot more ready to take on life's variables. A better chance to make investments. For those of us that just want to be better as business people, frugality still very much has you covered. Frugal people almost always have more savings than those that are not actively storing money away, and this opens up frugal people to taking more financial risks. This means that you have more ways to hopefully capitalize on these risks and turn them into even more savings and opportunities. Being frugal is sort of like buying yourself more chances at the plate, only you are making those opportunities happen based on your business savvy. With extra money available to make good business decisions, you are really opening yourself up to a ton of extra money-making tactics just by introducing some frugality into your life. You can count down on health scares. By buying for quality and utility rather than name brand appeal, you can take control of your life in a much bigger way than you probably imagined. You can even save yourself from the annual recalls that countless companies put out over faulty products. By choosing products that you actually believe in and cutting down on things like cleaning supplies that have simple replacements, you can save yourself potential danger down the line. These products may or may not actually be harmful, but as long as you're keeping your spending low and the amount of products in your home pretty under control, you can easily cut yourself out of the annual recall announcements. You have more time for what you care about. The difference between being cheap and being frugal can sometimes be unclear, but it essentially comes down to intention. Frugal people are going to be more likely to value their time over money, and they aren't afraid to admit when there just isn't any real way to save more money. Since you are still saving money though, you are bound to find other opportunities, as well as having more time for things you care about, like family or friends. Frugal people make the most of their time, and they realize they are trying to save in order to maximize opportunities, not just for the fun of it. In this way, you can actually save yourself quite a bit of time by being frugal, since you don't have to go into the office to pick up extra hours and you're not driving around all day trying to shop the deals. Being frugal is the best of both worlds when it comes to maximizing your time and value. And that wraps up some of the biggest reasons why you should live frugally. Why do you choose to live frugally? For personal or monetary benefit? Let us know in the comments down below. If you learned something from this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one.